Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do the collective for today. Today is Thursday, November 20th, 2025. You may follow me on the the tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, fabulous. We love that for you. God's kiss, right? Whatever doesn't, just leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. This is a no name deck. It's a nice deck. I got a bunch of them from the same seller. Don't remember. They didn't put a name on there. Just came in like a little baggie. Okay, got it off Etsy. I have one that has like a coffee cup on it. I have one that's for Valentine's. I have one that's supposed to be for Halloween. That kind of thing. We got two on the table. I feel like I'm at the point now, like, I don't know what to say. What am I supposed to say to this? You know, there's one thing I really do dislike about the holiday season is freaking advertisements for sales for stores and stuff. And online. Drives me nuts. We got four on the table. Let's do two more shuffles. One more shuffle. My neighbors still have their tent up in the backyard from when they had their party last Friday. And every time I see it, like at night when I'm in bed and if I wake up or whatever and I look through my window, I see it per me. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, no, I don't want any. Okay, we got five with bottom of the deck. We've got delicate, uncertainty, home. We got embrace. Yeah, I'm scratching. My legs still itch. Everywhere itches. You know what's funny is I woke up this morning too and my belly was itching. Bottom of the deck, adversity. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. Oh, pardon me. Hi, Homer. That's Homer back there. Look at how handsome he is. Okay, now my iPad is all messed up. Look at how fuzzy that is now. Like, it used to be really clear. I also think it looks more clear when the actual video is done and it's posted. Like, it looks better that way. I don't know how that works. What? Well, you didn't have to jump off the bed. You should be up there taking a nappy nap. Okay, I know you're gonna think I'm crazy, but whoever this read is for, it's like somebody. I haven't yawned all night, and then I come in here and I start yawning. It's like somebody is unsure of like a home. And I don't even necessarily think I don't think this necessarily has to be like an actual building, like a home. It could be like, you're your home within, your body, your sanctum. Seriously, this is ridiculous. It could even be like, and I'm just going to say it because it's just my own experience, right? Everything that I'm going through right now, like with my weight loss and all that stuff. It could be somebody looking at their body and unsure if it's sustainable. And what I mean by that is, like, do you watch what you eat? Do you take care of yourself? Do you drink a lot? Do you do drugs? Do you have a lot of unprotected sex? Things like that. Like, all those things could damage your body, your home. I'm also getting too, like, somebody could be looking at their home and realizing I need to love it for what it is. So, again, let me use myself as an example. Uh, I haven't talked about it a lot, but I've been on a weight loss journey since June. I started lifting weights every day, and then I think it was in August-ish. I started walking every day at the forest preserve down the street. Now it's to the point where I pretty much walk 2 miles every day. Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday on my days off, I usually walk anywhere from 3.5 miles, because 3.5 miles is 2 loops at the forest preserve. So I will walk anything from 3.5 miles a day, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday, to 7 miles. There was one day where I walked 9. Now I have the treadmill. I can walk at home. I can honestly say the treadmill pisses me off. It takes me, the time it takes me to walk almost 2 miles on the trail at the forest preserve is what it takes me to walk 1 mile on the treadmill. And I exert more energy on the treadmill. Like, I actually sweat and I'm huffing and puffing. It's not like that on the trail. I can take my time and still do 2 miles in 35 minutes. In 35 minutes in my bedroom, I only get a mile. And I'm lucky to get that, probably. Like, I'm literally huffing and puffing and sweating my ass off. I call bullshit on the treadmill, just an FYI. I feel like, because even when I was doing the treadmill at the gym, it was off. It was taking me 50 minutes to do 2 miles. How does that make any sense? And again, I exert more energy than I do on the trail, and I get 2 miles there in 35 minutes. Sometimes less. I think one time I did it in like 27 minutes. So make it make sense to me. I call bullshit on treadmills. I think they're shit. But back to the story. I have a goal. My goal is to reach 200 pounds. When I started in June, I was at 275. When I originally started my health kick journey, my lifestyle journey, whatever you want to call it, my fitness journey, in 2022, I was over 300 pounds. I was like 320, 325. This June, I was at 275. And I put off my journey for a while. I mean, I watched what I ate, but I never exercised. I never walked. And anytime I tried to lift weights, because I have weights, I've always had weights. I even had, the ex-husband and I had weights. We used to use them to close our bedroom door because it never locked. To keep the cats out. Not to, like, I mean, who cares? We lived alone. We didn't need privacy. It was to keep the cats out when we were sleeping and stuff. Really, just when we were sleeping. Anyway, anytime I would lift weights, I would get hurt or I would stop or something would distract me. But since June, I've been kicking my ass every day to lift weights, walk, all that stuff. I am now down to 230 pounds. My goal is 200. I was telling my friend at work today, anything after that is cake. And I mean, I'll keep going. Whatever. I'm going to keep going. But I also have come to the realization, because like I just said, like my goal is 200 pounds. 200 pounds for my height, like 5'2", 5'3", is still considered obese. Yeah, I'm, like I said, I'm 5'2", 5'3". I think the ideal weight for me is like 110, 120, something like that. I mean, think about it. 200 pounds would still be anywhere from 90 to 80 pounds overweight. That's obese. Do I give a fuck? No. Getting down to 200 pounds would be amazing. I currently weigh less than when I met my ex-husband in 2011. I currently weigh less. That's pretty amazing. That's pretty fucking amazing. And I take my time, guys. Like, like today, um okay, today I decided in the morning, because my lunch was like at 10 o'clock, just a little bit after 10 o'clock. I decided I didn't want to really eat what was in my bag, which I don't really have a lot to eat anyway. It's all healthy stuff for the most part, or protein stuff. I got my ass in my car and drove to Wendy's and got a Frosty, which is like 580 calories or some bullshit. I don't care. Man, I ate the shit out of that Frosty. I loved it. I came home, and for dinner I had a piece of salmon and some veggies, which is almost nothing calorie wise. I had carrots, actually. I mean, I'm going to eat what I want to eat when I want to eat it. I'm not going to deprive myself. I made bread this morning, blueberry bread, and I cut it up into 6 pieces. I ate a piece before I went to work. I saved a piece for tomorrow, and I gave the rest away. I had some candy yesterday that I bought at the candy shop where I used to work, Fannie Mae Candies. Like, I'm not going to deny myself what I want. But that being said, I'm still going to work out, right? Like, I still walked 2 miles today. Never mind what I technically walk at work, which is anywhere from like 3,000 to, I don't know. I think the most I ever had was 18,000 steps a day at work. Because I'm on my feet all day. I don't get to sit down and, unless I go to break or lunch. So, which is a good thing, honestly. But 200 pounds would technically still be considered obese. But 200 pounds for me would be fucking amazing, And the thing is I'm at 230 right now. I loved myself at 275. I love myself even more at 230. I'm going to love me even at 2. Love who you are, the way you are. Improve upon yourself if you want to prove you can do it, to show you have stamina, whatever the case. And this doesn't even just have to go for physical. We could be talking like knowledge, like going back to school or whatever. But embrace who you are. And that's the thing, right? Like, is losing weight going to change who I am at my core? Because I'm still the person that I am. I still have the same personality, the same sense of humor, still a goofball, sometimes very serious. Like, it's not necessarily going to change me. And if it did, in my mind, I would be That is so weird. Do you guys see that? It's not even a mirror. This picture up here is a painting of a jackal. All the artwork in this room, except for 2 pictures over here, are by the same artist, local artist. And look at that. The picture from this wall is reflecting into this picture. But it's not like a mirror. How is it even? Am I crazy? How is it reflecting? Especially like clear, like it almost looks like it's in. Sorry, it almost looks like it's in the picture. Whatever. Whatever. I probably need to go to bed. No lie. Um, embrace who you are right now before you change yourself, before you grow, before you heal. Because you should love, like I said, like I loved myself at 275. The whole point was to just get healthier. It's not even like, oh, I'm so fat, like I'm so ugly. No, I don't really look at myself like that. Now, I think I've told you guys before that body dysmorphia is real, okay? Like looking at myself in the mirror, sometimes I'm like, "Oh, I haven't lost anything." Like sometimes it looks like I lost weight to me and sometimes it doesn't. And sometimes it looks like I lost weight in certain areas and like not in others. And obviously your belly is the last to go. So I'm pretty much going to see my belly in the mirror for a while. I'm just saying, like, I loved who I was before, and I'm going to love who I am next year. Do you know what I mean? So I think part of this reading is you are who you are. You're your home. Take care of you, but love you too, right? No matter what. Because I think part of this adversity here is like, are you good enough? Like, are you, I don't know, something about good enough. Like, are you good enough? Are you? Do you think you're good enough? Because you should. I know it's easy for me to say and then turn around and be like, oh my God, Kim, why'd you eat that 2 pound box of chocolate? But I'm at the end of the day, even if I were to eat a 2 pound box of chocolate and I'd be like, oh, fuck, I could never walk enough miles for that. I'm still going to love myself. Like a 2 pound box of chocolate isn't going to change that. No, I did not eat 2 pounds. Okay. More like less than half a pound. Definitely probably less than half a pound. I had like 5 or 6 pieces of what we call citrus peel, orange peel, if you've ever had it, dark chocolate. I used to hate it. It was one of my least favorite pieces of candy. But like the last like 3 years, like it's all I ever think about, and I don't know why. Dark lemon creams are my favorite from Fannie Mae Candies. They are my absolute favorite. And then for some reason, like the last year or two, we call them chocolate marsh bars with nut. It's marshmallow, walnuts covered in chocolate. And you get them in like a big square, and you can't not eat the whole square. It's probably like 300 calories a square. I'm not kidding. It is delicious. They are delicious. But yeah, I ate my weight in candy yesterday. It's fine. Like I said, I'm not going to deny myself. And today I still went out and walked 2 miles, and I'm going to lift weights before I go to bed and do my crunches and my leg lifts and all that stuff. So, still going to keep on trucking. Whether I lose a pound or gain a pound, it doesn't matter. I think I'm going to leave it there because I think I've rambled on long enough. This is to me this is something that should technically resonate with everybody, because you can't tell me that you haven't had days where, or a day where you weren't happy with the way you looked or the way you felt or how much you weighed or how much you needed to lose or how much you needed to gain, right? Everybody looks at themselves in the mirror and has questions, has comments. The thing is have the questions and the comments, do the work if you want to change it, but love yourself either way. And always improve upon your outer shell for the inner, right? Right? Improve upon the outer for the inner. The body is what has to carry, the body carries you around, and you have all these organs and precious things inside of you, precious cargo, right? Like, lose weight for heart health, for lung health, Makes sense, right? Anyway, that was just the focus of the read. You can take what you want from this reading, because it could literally be about anything. I'm pretty sure it's not an actual house, though. I'm just saying. Though I'm sure your house is very lovely. I, for one, love my condo. You guys know I talk about it all the time. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope it resonated for someone. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you were entertained. And I will talk to you later. Bye.